Welcome back into the RideLife podcast. And Jim, I think we're in a feud. We're in a podcast feud here with the Daily Biker podcast. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
No, we might be. Hey, listen, I saw that picture. But you know what's fucking funny about that is this week I saw no less than 5 genuine sets of actual real T-bars. I was going to take pictures from Marcus to show him what T-bars were, but it was a little bit weird because this dude was like standing right next to his bike and I could have like a really good chance to take a picture. But
Yeah,
I haven't seen real T-bars in a minute. Like it's been a little while, but
yeah.
I saw like 5 sets this week.
It was funny. He sent me a text with that, that picture, and he said, "I know, I see your point. I get it." And he's like, that's kind of. He's got a thing where if people call a truck an SUV, he's like, that's one of his trigger points. So he knows where we're coming from. So it was
Do
all
you
good and fun.
do you call an SUV a truck?
No, it's an SUV.
Right. It's a
Yeah,
totally different thing. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you don't call you don't
Yeah.
call a
No.
friggin' Ford Explorer a truck. It's an SUV.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's an exploder, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, I'm just
Well, not
giving you an
anymore.
example. Calm down.
They don't have. They still have those bad Firestone tires on it?
I don't know. Come on. But so the only other thing I took away from that picture is I wasn't sure if he had Muffin send me that picture of her hand or if that was actually his little hand. So I don't know. He got
That was probably
little.
his. It looked like a girly little hand, so it was probably his.
That's funny.
It's true though. Like we all have stuff like that comes up like that, like weird little things, and then when people call us out on it, we feel like idiots. But it is what it is. He don't care. Like he's a good sport. He doesn't give a shit. He's probably talking shit about us on his podcast right now.
Well, his podcast comes out on Monday, so I'm gonna have to listen tomorrow, see what they say. But the hell was I just gonna say? Hey, we should have him on, and we can debate the
We,
T-bar, and
we
we
could.
can debate all that stuff. So
I told you this. I don't remember the year. I looked it up. I could find the color, but I couldn't find the year. It was that they called it pewter pearl. It was like a beige gold, but it was
yep,
pewter. It had to
yep.
be 0405.
Are you talking about?
Soft tail deuce.
Yeah, the Deuce. Yep. Yeah, I remember that color.
Yeah.
Was that the Screaming Eagle version?
No, because the Screaming Eagle version was a little bit more gold and it had some black in it. This
Okay.
was solid color, a little bit of like the pinstripe to frame the tank a little bit.
Yep.
And then the Harley logo. And I didn't know this. I guess I thought they had made that bike for a long time. They only made it for like 6 or 7 years, like '01 to '07 or something.
Yeah, I always kind of liked it. I never was really a huge fan, but there is actually one for sale in the next town over from me. 2003 Deuce, same color as my Dyna, that gunmetal pearl that I love.
Yeah.
$3,500.
I would, if I had disposable income, I would 100% buy it in gunmetal pearl just to have it. Just
Exactly.
it's gonna ride nice. I mean, they always rode nice. The one thing that stood out to me, having been that close to one, and it's been a long time since I've seen one, the tank looks really long on it.
Yeah, they
Like,
tried to stretch it out, make it look choppery,
yeah,
but yeah,
but it doesn't have that front end to match. Like, I was trying to picture like what your original like night train looked like, and it's kind of been a little while since I've seen one of those too. But I know the tank was a lot more compact, but the tank on this was kind of low profile, but it just felt really long, and it felt like from handlebars to seat was long too.
it is. The tank on my Dyna is very similar to the tank that was on my night train. I'm pretty sure they're pretty much the same tank. So
Yeah. I I would own one. I mean, I still like it. I still really like all of those O3s. I mean, anything I could get in gunmetal pearl, if I had disposable income, I would buy one for
I
sure.
agree. I agree.
I think those are cool. And I'm starting to really I've actually seen a few really, really nice of the silver and black ones.
Oh, yep.
And I'm starting to really like that too. I saw a guy on, it had to be an Electra. Um, it was clean. He pulled up next to me at a stoplight and it was clean. It was really well cared for. It was a really nice, like 2003 silver and black Electra. It was really nice.
Yep. Yep. Um, yeah. That's still. I don't know. I love that paint job. But anyways, let's move on. Let's talk about some events happening. So, Deadbeat Retreat is happening right now. Actually, I think
It's probably over.
yeah, it's probably over. So everybody's driving home now. But I mean, I met a kid out in Sturgis. I think his Instagram name is Daddy George. He lives in New Hampshire. Met him out in Sturgis. He went to everything. Does a lot of stories on Instagram. It's a good follow. And he went up there to the deadbeat retreat. He goes to everything. I'm like, how do these guys do it? Like, I don't even have a job, and I don't go to everything. Like, how does this happen? But so
Well, I think that like a lot of people can camp, and that makes a big difference. I was thinking about this today. Like, if I was in a situation where I could take off tomorrow and just start riding, right? I gotta be in a hotel 2 days a week, maybe three,
yep,
like an every other day kind of situation. So camp on Monday, hotel on Tuesday, camp on Wednesday, hotel on Thursday kind of deal. Because I got to get a good shower in, especially when it's hot. But like some guys go to a lake with a bar of soap and feel really good. And more power to them. I need a hot ass shower every like day or I could tell like you like we talked about last week. You were like if I went down like one night, stayed over, rode home, didn't shower till you got home. You can kind of deal with it. The time for me is a lot, but how do you make yourself stay sane? Like your buddy Rod is out there, but he's probably staying in all hotels.
yeah, all hotels. But he's home now, so I was talking to him. So other events, deadbeat. So next thing I think I'm going to is the Indian Larry Block Party,
Yeah.
September 20th. That's going to be a good time. I'm going to go out there with Brendan. And then September 27th is the beginning of Smoky Mountain Bike Week. So Big Mike, Danny, Dr. Harley, they're all going out there to Smoky Mountain Bike Week. So I feel like I gotta go. So I'm
right.
trying to make that work right now. So Danny said she's got a spot I could stay. Big Mike says they're getting an Airbnb. So I got some places to stay. My buddy Rod is down, so he'll ride up. So it could be a good group of people. So I think I'm gonna make that happen.
Yeah, Danny reached out to me. She was like, "You were going." I was like, "Yeah." So probably not. I filled her in. I'm like, I'm day to day right now with stuff that's going on, so I don't really know like where I'm gonna be tomorrow. I'm happy to get 50, 60 miles in right now. I'm trying to do a lot, like as much riding as I can. All of these things, I'm getting the FOMO. I'm so happy they're going. I'm assuming they have a camper, so they
Oh,
might be
really?
bringing they might be bringing their camper. That might be the spot that they're talking about.
No, I think
I
she
don't know.
said they
I
have
don't know
a
that for
house.
sure. Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah, I
she
don't know
said she
that
had
for
a
sure.
house. Yeah.
Because they had invited us down. They were like, anytime you and Stephanie want to come down and hang out, and like we got the camper, like you can stay in the camper and
Yeah.
have privacy and all that, which is wicked cool. They're awesome people. So
Yeah. And I haven't really done a lot of riding lately. Yesterday my neighbor had a 70th birthday party for his mom. So I figured it was fitting if I go over there and do some donuts on the diner. So I did some
yeah,
burnouts and
nice.
yeah, smoked out the whole street. I don't know if they were happy, sad, or they didn't know what was going on. Um, but I enjoyed it, so I don't care.
So, but big news for you, like
Oh,
huge news that we got to talk about. The Honda's gone from your garage.
oh my God, I forgot about that. Good. Oh, I got it. Let me tell you about this. So, garage mayhem, Chris had this Honda sitting in my driveway for like 2 years now. So I finally convinced him. I said, "Hey, even if we get this thing running, it's not gonna pan out. It's just you got to get a Harley, get something that you can ride and be dependable and go on the highway with." So he said, "I'm gonna sell it." I'm like, "Good luck." So he puts it up for $600. I'm like, "Dude, you're not gonna get $600 for that thing." I'm like, put it up for what you think you're gonna get. 200. You'll take 200. Put it up for 300. You'll take 200. So no, he's not like that. He puts it up for 600. It was on there for 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks, nothing. Crickets.
Well, he doesn't
And
have to store it. It's at your house, so
yeah, exactly.
it's not
So
taking up space.
he reposts it, and he gets some kid on the hook. So he's like, "Yeah, the kid's gonna come by at 2 o'clock. You gonna be home today?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'll be home." So 2 o'clock on the dot, this kid shows up in an '05 Toyota Camry with. You ever see those the bike haulers that they put into the tow hitch?
Yep.
So he's got one of those on, and he's got like a pallet on it. I'm like, oh boy. So he comes over, nice kid, 27 years old. Um, but he comes over, so he's like, I can tell he's already gonna buy it. He loves it. He likes it. He's like, I just got to do a compression test, and make sure, because everything else is fixable. He says, I got to do a compression test though. I can't fix that. So I'm like, all right. So he starts digging through his tool, trying to get the spark plugs out. And this spark plug is like a thin wall, 18 millimeter, which I know he doesn't have. So I'm like, he's like, I don't have the socket. I can't get these plugs out. I'm like, I got the socket. So I took all the plugs out for him. He does the compression test, which they were all about 115 psi each cylinder. So that was good. He was happy about that. So then, he's talking, and he's like, do you think he'll take $500? I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, he'll take 300, but all right, let me text him. So I text him, and of course he says yes. So $500 he sold it for, which is, it's crazy. It's a non-running bike for $500. I guess it's a gamble. We'll say that.
Yeah.
So then the fun part comes. He goes to load it onto this Camry, and
I saw the pictures. It's too much.
So he's got the thing. So picture this: it comes off the trailer hitch. So it's hanging out off the trailer hitch. So he puts down like two support in the back, like two support beams to kind of hold it up. So I roll it up on there, and he, instead of like using tie downs, ratchet straps, he has me. He puts a bunch of pillows behind it, and we lean it up against the trunk. I'm like, all right. I'm like, what? You just putting up there for now, just to hold it? Like, no, that's how it's gonna ride. I'm like, okay. So then he breaks out this bucket of bungee cords. I'm like, you don't have any ratchet straps? He's like, oh no. He's like, I'm really good with knots from sailing, so I like to use bungee cords. All right. So he's bungee cording this thing up. He gets it pretty secure for what it was. And he goes to leave. So now we got to take the supports off the back of it. Right? So I lift up on it, help him lift it. He kicks out one support, kicks out the other support, and the car just drops. It's like on the ground. I'm like, and he had about an hour ride. So I'm like, all right, see you later. And the other thing is, Chris couldn't find the registration. There was no paperwork, no bill of sale. It was just like a shady deal. But
I don't know. I mean, I feel like anything with two wheels is kind of worth $500. I mean, if he's testing the compression, he probably's got some idea what he's going to do, or what he needs to do to it, you know.
He'll get it running. All you got to do is take those carburetors off and put a charge on the battery. He'll get it running. We couldn't get it running, but he'll get it running.
Yeah, but I mean, how much effort did you personally really put into it?
Yeah, we did like a Wednesday morning, not much.
And I think Chris, talking to him at your house, he was kind of ready for to be done with it too. So he wasn't super motivated to do like a whole lot of it either.
He needs to get a Nightster. Those Nightsters are perfect for him. He's a short little fella. Those Nightsters are perfect. It'll fit him. He can ride it on the highway, ride his chick, do whatever he needs to do. But
listen, I gotta talk to you about this. That's fucking funny shit, by the way. If you guys haven't seen it, was it on the RideLife podcast or was it on the RideLife Brian on Instagram?
I think I only did a story, but I'll post another picture. Maybe that'll be a thumbnail or something. I'll do it.
You gotta go check this out. It's pretty special seeing this bike on the back of the car, for sure.
I felt weird taking pictures of it. He's like, oh, take some pictures of it. He's got a YouTube channel and everything. He's like, follow him. He gave me a business card with his YouTube channel on it.
Next week he's gonna be selling that bike for $1,800. Cost him $7 to put into it.
I know. Well, you can flip those and make some money.
For sure.
I had a CB550. Yeah, I think it was a CB550 that I bought I think for $1,400 or something like that. And I got it running, did a few things, probably spent $300 on it, and I ended up selling it for like $2,900. So
If they're in good shape, they're still really desirable.
yeah, oh for
Like
sure.
really desirable.
The,
But listen, I want to talk to you about this. So Drew from Rolling Throttle posted a video earlier this week. It might have been a story, but I thought it was a post. And he was talking about how, remember back in the day, like Harley Davidson tried to patent their sound, the potato, potato, potato.
well, they can't patent a sound.
Right,
They
but they tried. They spent a
well,
lot of
no,
money. They had lawyers and
no, they patent the way the connecting rods come down. It's all
right.
one motion. That's what gives it the
Well, I
sound.
think that was kind of the end result of it. But their goal was to patent the sound. And
Yeah.
then, here we are 25 years later, and they've got the electric bike. I mean, I'm really butchering what Drew had to say, but only because that's kind of not really the point of the story. Um, Harley is, we've talked about it on this podcast, the CEO resigned. They just hired a new guy. And like the company is just, I don't know where it's going. And I think that was kind of Drew's point. Like, you spent all this time and money to try to patent a sound, and you came up with this, lawyers and court fees and all that. And then you built an electric bike. And now, like, they got this new guy in. And, like, again, from everything that I can see, he's not a motorcycle guy.
No.
He's a career executive.
Well, I mean, unfortunately, Harley Davidson is so big now. They're a huge business, multi-million-dollar corporation.
Right.
They can't just hire friggin', Fat Frank with a beard, to be the CEO. I mean, that might help, but like
But
it's
because I'm worried. I'm worried about where the brand's going to go. Like, I'm worried that, like, yeah, the guy might fix the finances, but what does that mean for what we see coming off the production line, for lack of a better term? Like, they already got rid of the Dyna and they went to the Softail. I think personally that was a pretty unpopular decision. We know that the electric bike was a colossal flop. There's something like, Doc said it. There's something like negative like $7 million on that stupid project
yeah.
because they don't, the live wire. They'll never sell enough. Like, what is Harley going to do with this guy? Like,
He's
I,
he's he's gonna come in. He's gonna run it like a business, try to get the numbers up. But they need to hire like a CPO, a chief people's officer, someone that you and I can relate to, and we see him with the brand. And the new CEO needs to be behind the scenes, doing the business deals, whatever it takes, to get, stuff built over here, or better interest rates, or whatever it takes to sell actual motorcycles. But if they hire like someone else that's kind of a biker, it's been in the industry, and but I think Harley's been doing the right things. They've been sponsoring all the stunt shows. They've been sponsoring all these YouTube creators. They've been trying to get their name, not their name, but they've been trying to get, other people to help them with their branding, right?
yeah, I mean, to me, it just seems like there's some really good stuff. Like, there is, the Road Glide ST, uh, my brain's cramping.
Well,
The other big one,
yeah,
the Lowrider ST. There's some really good stuff that has come out, right? But like, they've really solely placed themselves in a place as far as the new market where like their new bikes are so overpriced, and yeah, there's a lot of technology, and yeah, some of that stuff is cool, but like, it's killing the brand. It's killing
yeah.
them.
Well, I mean, they feel like they got to keep up with the technology stuff, and I'm a lot of the new riders. They like that shit. They like the GPS. They like all that stuff, the big infotainment center and stuff like
Who
that.
It's like they're appealing to the Goldwing rider, but they're never going to bring a Goldwing rider over to Harley Davidson ever.
I mean, I'm not a business guy, so I don't really know what they need to do, but I feel like they're on the right track. They got rid of friggin' the Puma guy, and
Yeah.
now they got this guy in, but I don't know. They just got to keep making motorcycles, affordable motorcycles that we can make our own. They don't have to come out with all these bikes that have all. They just need nice colors, factory paint job bikes. Just their standard stuff, and then they leave it up to the customer to customize. That's the biggest thing about Harley Davidson. You buy a bike, you make it your own. There's so much
Yeah.
aftermarket stuff for these bikes. That's the thing. There's difference between like a Honda Goldwing and a Harley. Like every Honda Goldwing is the same. They all look the same. They
Yeah.
have the same everything because you can't change anything because they're so intricate. So that's where Harley comes in. That's where Harley
Yeah.
shines. They have a bike. It's just a base platform, and you can customize it to your own. Do whatever you want. Bring it whichever way you'd like. And I think that's where they're getting a little crazy with all this technology and stuff and everything else that you kind of can't. They're making it tougher for us to modify them, and it's making it tougher for aftermarket companies to make parts and keep rolling throttle in those companies alive because that's what they
Yep.
depend on, the aftermarket stuff.
If they were to take the technology and leave it in the touring bikes, just these are the three bikes, Street Glide, Road Glide, Electra, and they could go back and they could like find a way to like roll back the soft tails and the dynas to make them more simple. I think like everything costs a fortune today. Like eggs are stupid, groceries are stupid, everything is stupid expensive. But if they could find a way to simplify the manufacturing of like what I consider to be like their standard bikes, they'd start selling a whole shit ton more new bikes.
If they made, like, that's why the police bikes kind of sell a lot because the
Yeah.
police bike is a stripped down version of a Road Glide. And, because everybody deletes the radio or whatever they do, the Road Glide standard, that's what they got to come up with, like a Road Glide standard,
Like a
right?
stripped down, like a non-electronic, non-radio.
Yeah, and then
Um,
people will buy
yeah.
those, and I don't know if you can actually stunt those because they'll probably have ABS in them and everything else. But
Yeah. But they don't have to. They don't have to have the ABS module. Like and now we're getting into like what does it cost to like manufacture it? Like if they sell, if they're making 2,000 with ABS and 2,000 without ABS, whatever their numbers are that they produce. Like yeah, it probably would cost them more, but if they could get back to something more simple that way, it would go a long way for the company. And I'm just concerned that like the guy's going to come in and be like, all right, well, we're going down to like six motorcycles, and they're just, but we're gonna put all this R&D into it, and they're going to be like the best six motorcycles, like the Sportsters. They're not even really like Sportsters anymore, really. Not like what we think of, like the old Sportster custom. Like we make fun of it, but dude, that was a great way for people to get into Harleys. Like just a simple like carbureted or basic fuel injected like Sportster 1200 custom, quote unquote motorcycle. It was suspension, two wheels, and engine, and that was it. It was basic. That got a lot of people into it.
yeah, for sure. Like, I mean, I don't even know if they can make a bike, like insurance reasons or whatever it is, for them to put out a bike without ABS. Like, I don't know if they can do that. I don't know if that's like, who knows? I don't really know the inside stories of that stuff, but all the stuff that they're mandated to put on these bikes now is driving up the cost,
Yeah, for sure.
making them ugly looking. And that's why the old bikes. That's why they still sing to me, the old bikes.
Well, that's kind of like especially with the emissions, like California, like neutered like cars and motorcycles, like with their
Oh yeah,
emission standards. And I think manufacturers did at one point do like a separate, like it was a California car or a non-California car or a California bike or a non-California bike. But I think it's kind of all pretty like it cost them too much to make two different ones, so they just all make the same thing. But
yeah.
California destroyed it.
You can't even buy an exhaust system in California. That's crazy.
I mean, technically, you can't really technically buy one anywhere. Technically,
Yeah, off-road use only.
yeah.
Um, all
But
right. Well, I don't want to keep talking about that because I don't know a whole lot, but I do have some does Jim know questions about this
ooh,
segment.
oh, this is a surprise.
Yeah. So
I I did so well last time, so we know I'm gonna flop this time. But
well, I only got one question. Well, it's like a two-part question. I'm pretty sure you already answered one thing. So Harley just brought in a new CEO. What is his name?
Oh, I honestly don't remember. I was looking at it today too because I was like, I want to talk about it. Is it Tony something?
No, it's Artie Stars.
Yeah, I did. I just read it today too, but
Yeah, and so where did he come from?
well, that I know is Top Golf.
Yeah, and Top Golf is I think Callaway too. I think Callaway Top Golf are the same things. So
Same parent company, yeah.
yeah, so I can kind of relate to this guy. He's probably not a golfer and he's probably not a biker, but I'm a golfer and I'm a biker, so I don't know. He could do well. Let's see how he does.
I mean, the Top Golf concept of like what they built for is pretty cool. I mean, they're open year round. The ranges are heated, even though you're outside. It's like a big dryer blowing on you and stuff like that. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, well, he took Top Golf and he made it what it is today.
Yep.
So I mean, that's great. You don't have to make Harley anything bigger or whatever. You don't have to have more dealerships. You don't have to. That's not what I hope. That's not what he's here for. I hope he's here for to start. I don't know. I don't even know. I'm not even that smart to figure it out. So
Well, we don't really know, right? Like he's here because they're bleeding money, and that's what he's here for.
yeah,
So what his vision is going to be, I'm sure we'll find out. It won't be this year. It'll be next year. You'll start to see it. Excuse me. Oh, a little late dinner. So we don't know. But, Top Golf's a good company. But you brought up something, you put something in the notes, and it is kind of all related to it. You kind of touched on this a little bit, but like, is the twin cam dead? Does everybody want an M8?
I know. I mean, I feel like M8 is even people are swapping in M8s to FXRs. I mean, the M8 they say is like a great motor.
So they say the twin cam is a great motor too. And I have a twin cam and I really like it. I don't think that twin cam really ever got the love that the Evo got. And it certainly doesn't get the love that the M8 got. Is it dead? No, probably not, because people will still buy one, but it kind of is in the sense of like it's not desirable.
Well, I mean,
people aren't clamoring for one.
So what? 27. So 2016 was the last twin cam, or 2017 was the last twin cam. I think 2017 was the first. I made it. I think.
I know in 17 they put the M8s in the touring bikes. I don't know if that was across the board or not.
Yeah.
Off the top of my head, but it's there. It's 17 or 18 for sure.
Yeah, so I mean, it's 2025. So we're going on almost 8 years.
Yep.
Of no twin cams. So they're gonna get more. I mean, I've always said the twin cam chopper, a twin cam put into like a hardtail frame would be a cool little bike. Like the Evo choppers were really cool. So, what the hell was that? Jeez.
Put myself on mute for a second there. Somebody's ripping by on a two-stroke. Which is cool. I probably should have just left it in, but yeah, I think it is. I think like just that the twin cam wasn't ever like a motor that everyone talked about like, oh, this is so great. I love mine. Everybody says they're great. Actually, Rody was like, dude, those twin cams make a lot of power for what they are. Like my 103 does a good job keeping up with some of the bigger bikes. But the M8 is hugely popular, and so is the Evo.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I got 2 twin cams, so I got an Evo and a shovel, but I mean, the Evo has a different sound. Like you said, the newer motors, they don't have that sound anymore. I think the M8s sound great. But, I mean, put a Sawicki pipe on it, they sound real good.
Don't you think, in my opinion, a twin cam and an M8, when you really open them up and put a good pipe on them, they don't sound exactly like, but they're closer to like a metric cruiser, like when they had Cobras on them, versus like what an Evo sounded like with a good pipe on it. Like the Evo was really the last engine that really sounded like what we think Harley Davidson sounded like.
Yeah, well, because like I said, I'm not too mechanically, but they said something like, so the Evo was the last motor that really had that nice lope, the potato sound,
Yep.
because the something about the twin cam where it has to idle a little higher to get the oil pressure in the top of the heads or something like that. Don't quote me on that, but the twin cam doesn't quite have that loping sound like the Evos did. I mean,
Yeah, it's definitely a higher idle, a faster idle. Whereas like those Evos and prior, like you could turn them down, like they could idle like real low, like
yeah,
600 RPMs. Just bum 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 bum
same with the
bum bum
shovel
bum.
head. Yep.
Yep. Where the twin cams, my bike idles right about 1100,
Yeah.
1100.
Let's see. Oh yeah. I was trying to think if I had a bike with the RPM gauge working. I do, yeah.
It's
So
about there,
yeah, it's about
but
1,000.
that's really where like technology starts to change things. They want to make them more efficient, a better, a bigger, a faster. This you gotta sacrifice something.
Yep, exactly. Oh, so what else we got tonight, Jim? Tonight's kind of dude. What am I thinking? We have a roast to be
Oh
had.
shit! Yeah, I gotta pull that up.
Jesus,
Who are we doing tonight? We got like 5 bikes in the queue.
I know. Let's we'll go in order.
All right.
So, I know that we're not prepared tonight, people. We are not. Let me get over to the
No.
Ride Life podcast Instagram, where guys should go follow us on
There
the
he
Ride
is.
Life. So,
Ha! Our buddy Ethan.
oh, Ethan,
All
hold
right.
on, where is he?
There it is.
Ethan, there he is. Oh gosh,
He sent so Ethan was good. He sent us 4 pictures
I know. I like that.
or 3 pictures.
Oh, it's a huh. All right,
Well, you know what my first thought about Ethan's bike was?
all right. Hold on. Let's
Bring it in. Bring it in.
bring it in. So, This is a new segment we started. We're gonna roast a bike every week. We're gonna, if we get them, if you guys want to send them in, we're gonna roast them. We're gonna talk shit about your bike, all in fun. Please don't send us any threatening messages. We get scared very easily. But so our buddy Ethan sent in his bike, and he wants us to roast it. So he gave us a little update, before and after, and yeah, he likes his bike. So it's a 2018 Harley Davidson Fat Bob 114. And that obviously that wasn't cool enough because he had to go put a Lowrider ST fairing on it, Lowrider ST bags because he he wasn't cool enough to buy an ST at first, so he had to.
Well, my first thought was, so that's who bought a Fat Bob.
Yeah, those are the guys that bought the Fat Bob.
That's the guy that bought the Fat Bob. That one guy.
Yeah.
Did they even still make that fucking?
The Fat Bob. I don't know.
So, and what's funny about this? Ethan was like, "Oh, this pipe's really cool, so let me get rid of it and put this other really ugly one on it."
Did he like wrap the? Is that wrap on the rear? I mean, that was cool back in the chopper days when you wrapped your
Yeah.
exhaust wrap on the pipe. I guess he doesn't.
Brian's 03 nitrine called. He wants his wrap back.
Yeah, like I know it hurts. It doesn't feel good when your exhaust pipe burns your legs when you're wearing shorts on your.
No, it
And your-
doesn't. And your flip flops.
Yeah, I love how he put the FXFBST. He's making up a new model, and obviously he didn't have a ruler because he can't put it on straight. It's crooked as fuck. Nice job, Ethan. Jesus. Yep.
424. Got the 424. This bike looks like if you bought it at the Dynabro Mall.
Yeah, but I get putting numbers on bikes. I was into numbers, putting numbers on all my bikes. I used to love the numbers, and then I grew up and realized that it's super gay.
Well, but he's got the motocross handguards to go with it, which is nice because in case he just finds a track and starts to go rip with Travis
Yeah.
Pastrana.
Well, yeah, because obviously he doesn't like getting his legs to be heated up, and he doesn't want his hands to get cold. So that's why he's got the. But 424, like, what does that mean? Was he born on April 24th, or did he actually ride motocross? Was that his motocross number?
I
Like,
know.
what's up with that? I mean, and I'm seeing
Well,
like, what is that air cleaner? He's got like purple air cleaner on there.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, it's clear that Ethan sent us his girl's bike.
it's a Cruise the Originals air cleaner. That's kind of cool.
All right, we can't rag that too much.
No, he's all over the
You
place with
can
this
see
bike
that
though.
from here. You can see
Yeah,
that from here. My eyes aren't that good. He got a little purple patch on his seat just in case like anybody forgets that his bike isn't a little purple.
yeah. And yeah, he's got just in case someone forgot it was a Harley Davidson, he put the Harley Davidson barn shield on the fairing, just in case. People might walk up and be like, "Is this really a Harley?" Oh yeah, it is. He's got the barn shield. It's
Oh, it
definitely a Harley,
is.
definitely. And he made it a point to send in the badge on the decal on the tank. So you must have had that done in gold leaf and a little bit of purple around it. That's cute.
That is nice. That's nice. And he got the. Well, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me look at this air cleaner now. It's Arlen. It's got an Arlen Ness condom on it.
Yeah,
That
well,
that
because
that was only $200 for the stocking.
well, that's because he probably doesn't ride a lot, so he wants people to think if he ever gets caught in the rain, he's good. But it doesn't look like this bike's ever been in the rain because it's so clean. It, yeah,
Oh God, I love it. Those bags are so small. They're
yeah.
so
Well,
small.
I mean, he got the lowrider ST wannabe package. I mean, nothing wrong
do
with
they,
that.
do they sell that at the Pheasant Lane, or is that at Rockingham? You got to go to the Dyna Bro store to get those.
God, it's so annoying. Like, I get it. The FXR fairing is a cool fairing, but you don't have to put it on your Road King. You don't have to put it on your friggin' FXBS T, whatever this thing is. I mean, it's good on the bikes that it came on. You don't have to put it on everything. You're ruining it. You're
Right.
ruining the coolness.
And here's the thing about it: it's not even a Dyna; it's a Softail.
I know. Let's see. I'm looking at the before picture because usually the before and after picture is always like, "Wow, you fucked that thing up. It looks so much better before you touched it." Like, put down the computer, stop ordering from J&P Cycles, and just ride your bike.
J&P, I thought it was Timu.
Yeah. Well, so his bike might have looked a little better before. He had the didn't have the fairing. It actually looked like a fat bob at this point. And yeah, I mean he changed the pipe and it doesn't even look any different. They look the same.
But it's a different pipe.
It is. I think yeah, yeah. Good job, Ethan.
The original one looks like maybe it was like an SPC.
Now the original one looks like, let's see. It almost looks like a TBR, Two Brothers Racing
Maybe
exhaust.
it was Two Brothers. Those are pretty common.
Yeah. Yep, not bad. Not bad. All in all, Ethan, you did a good job. Let's hope you ride it. Hope you put some miles on that baby. Because you got the sissy bar on it with your helmet and the carbon helmet. I wonder what helmet that is. Oh, it's a
Oh, he's
Simpson
got the
carbon. Oh,
he's got the points at Sissy Bar.
oh God. He's got a carbon Simpson. That's like a $780 helmet. So he must be a badass. He is a Dyna bro.
He's serious about his head.
Dyna bro on a Softail.
Are those ape hangers on there? What are those?
I don't know. No, those are
No, no, they're not.
they're not T-bars, Marcus. They are not T-bars. Those are they look like crouch rises, the pullback rises because he's probably short. So the pullback rises so he can get his handlebars next to him. At least he didn't put his mirrors upside down. I thank you, Ethan, for not doing that. Yeah, what else? Other than that, I like it. I like the bike, Ethan. Good job.
Nah, it looks good. Seriously, it does look better. Fat Bobs are dumb, but it's a cool bike.
Yeah, he did the right thing by switching it out and trying to make it look like a lowrider ST
Yeah.
because lowrider STs are cool, but
Yeah, Lowrider SEs are cool. Fat Bob's less cool. I don't know if they still make them or not. It was never a bike that appealed to me. I mean, the Fat Boy and the Breakout can just go
did the,
every
did the,
single one of them.
did the Fat
And
Bob have the
Democracy.
did the Fat Bob have the two headlights like the round? I couldn't tell by his before picture.
Um,
I think they did. I think the Fat Bob had like yeah, and the fat front tire and the um fat fatness. I don't know what I'm
I
saying.
never really understood the fat front tire. Like that was just never something that like I never really got into the big fat rear tire either. But
No.
I mean that was a thing for a while. But the fat front tire, like it probably feels good going down the road. Like it probably helps
No.
absorb a bunch of stuff. But
No. What do
I
you
don't.
you probably hit every crack and it pulls you which way?
Yeah, maybe,
I don't know. I've never had one, so I can't speak of it. But
maybe. What I thought the Fat Bobs came for some reason. Fat Bobs, or maybe they just made one specific version of it that had like the rubber boots on the forks.
I think that was the Street Bob you're thinking of.
Yeah, they might have done it on
No,
that
maybe
too.
not. I do know what I used to like those the fork gators they call
Or
them.
maybe it was the Crossbones.
Oh God, that thing was horrible.
Crossbones is another dud. It
Yeah,
just
crossbones and the rocker. Yeah, that was horrible.
the Rocker C, the
Oh,
Breakout apparently is still like a thing. The Breakout, and people still like them. I never got into it.
really?
Yeah,
Huh, that's cool. I I
yeah,
gotta get back
whatever.
to a dealership and kind of look at the new bike because I remember when I was buying my bike, the only bike I bought brand new. I knew every model. I knew everything about every single model, what colors they came in. And when I started to look at a lowrider ST because I wanted one, I started to figure that out. And I remember I went to the Harley dealership, and this chick was just starting out, and I'm like, "Can I get that in the purple Fusion?" She's like, "No." I'm like, "I think I can," and went to her boss, looked it up, like, "Oh yeah, you can." I'm like, "Geez, I'm like teaching you how to sell." Oh, what go, anyways, no,
Those were different times back then, though. Like I will say this: all of these, they're not all new dealers, but all of the new dealerships, like there's definitely more like product knowledge inside the dealer, like going on, like in terms of like sales, than I think there probably was. Because back when you bought your bike, they were like, we can get it in black, and if you don't buy it, see that guy over there, he's buying it. So do you want to buy it or don't you want to buy it? And if you don't, get the fuck out of my way, and the
yeah.
other guy's gonna buy it.
Oh,
So now they got to know a little something.
well, and plus, I bought my bike from a biker. The dude had a bunch of bikes. He was a
Yeah.
biker. He knew bikes, so I could relate to him, and that helped too. I mean, hopefully, maybe this new CEO is going to bring in the certain sales. I don't know.
They
I
need a
don't.
C. They need a CPO.
I'm telling you,
Chief.
a
They need
CPO,
a chief product officer.
no, chief people officer,
No, they need a product officer.
well, a people officer too.
All right. Well, then they get a CPO and a CPO, and they gotta do something, man. They
Yeah.
do. I love the brand. I don't want to see it close down. I still really like the old dealerships too, like the old, like you know what I'm talking about when you go in and it's all like brick in there, and it hasn't it was built in the '60s, and I just like the vibe of that. Like these new mega dealers that are popped up everywhere, that they're kind of forcing people into tearing down their building or going into a new location. I don't love it. I've told you about this place, and someday when you're down here, we'll go by it. It's closed now, but Ocean State Harley Davidson, um, their dealer down in Exeter was awesome. Has like the old like gas pumps out in front and stuff like that. It just was like a really cool, and these new ones just don't have that vibe anymore.
No,
You know?
they're out there. I mean, like I said, old school Harley Davidsons like that.
Yeah.
American Harley Davidson, Lemonses like that. They're out there
Yep.
still. So
Yeah, there's a few. If I go to Ocean State in Warwick, it's the old style like brick building, and they do a good business there.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
I've been there.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's cool, and Precision's kind of along those lines too.
Oh, maybe Precision. That's where I was.
Yeah, Precision's kind of along those lines. They have kind of it's a little bit older school. Precision's a good dealer, um, but it's just they're turning them into these mega dealers. I mean, what's the one up by Seabrook now? Um,
Seacoast Harley.
it's massive.
Oh, but it's always been massive. It's no different. That one's been there for 20 years, dude.
I feel like that one. I feel like it grew, and they got like the
No,
Indian dealer across the street.
yeah, no, it's been the same. All right, before I forget, I got to tell you a story about that. What was the dealership you were just talking about?
Seacoast
No,
Precision.
Precision.
Okay.
So when I went to buy a Road Glide, I went and to look at a road glide that was in around, must have been around your Cumberland, around your area.
Yeah.
And the guy gave me his address, and I go and I show up, and he gave me the address of the friggin' Precision Harley Davidson. So I show up, and I'm like, "Where are you?" He's like, "Oh, are you there? All right, now I'm going to tell you how to get to my house because I didn't think you were going to show up." I'm like, "Okay." So I'm on the phone with him for the next 7 minutes trying to get to his house. I told you that story before. I'm so glad I didn't buy that bike, but I love that color. It was like a,
What
I think
color? What color was it?
it was an '05. Oh, I can't remember the color. It was like a teal color. I'm pretty sure it was an '05 Road Glide. It was maybe it was an '04. Maybe it was an '04. But that guy would not budge on his price. I think he wanted $7,900 for it. I offered him 7,700, and he was like, "Nope." I'm like, all right.
It had some stuff too, right? If I remember correctly, like there was a couple things that you were a little worried about.
Oh yeah, because because it had like SNS heads and stuff and all this stuff, and as I'm driving there, I'm thinking to myself like, all right, this will be good. It's got all those parts. If it was installed by an actual mechanic and he's got some paperwork and everything, I'll be totally cool with it. So of course we get there and I ask him. He's like, yeah, my buddy helped me out in his garage. He had it all apart, and then it didn't run right. I took it back. I took it apart. I figured it out though. I'm like,
Yeah,
you're
you
not
get
helping.
like,
You're not helping the sale.
well, because in spite of the reputation, like old Harleys, like if they're worked on right, they run real well.
Oh yeah,
They're reliable. I mean, not we're not talking about '70s Ironheads, but
those will never run right.
and people used to talk about shit about Harley back in 2000, and it's like, dude, those are really good bikes. So like, if you bought a 2000 right now and it was maintained, it'll run you forever.
Well, the Magneti Morelli fuel
Well,
injection.
other than that train wreck. But no, I'm talking about like people was like, oh, they always leak oil. They do this. Those are shit boxes. And I was like, yeah, that fuel injection system was a dumpster fire. But
Yeah.
your bike, your one that you sold to Edwin, if that had the carburetor on it, there would have never been an issue ever.
No, he put a carburetor on it, and the thing runs mint now.
Yep.
He did the carb conversion, so
Which is pretty common for those people. A lot of people did them for that.
hell yeah, you definitely got to do it. So, all right, well, we're running out of time, but we're gonna do a little segment at the end of each episode. Now we're gonna do some shout outs. All right, you have anybody you want to shout out this week, Jim?
Oh, you caught me off guard. Why don't you go first and then I'll go?
All right. Well, I don't have it. I just wanted to shout out. So, my buddy, kid I know, his name's Zach. He runs Rowdy Rebels, and they got some cool merchandise, some cool shirts, and they just did a waffle. Gave away a Dyna Super Glide. I think they did it, but they didn't announce the winner. I don't know who won it. I'm sure whoever won it got a private message. But anyways, Rowdy Rebels, go check them out on Instagram. Go buy some merchandise from them. They're doing some cool shit, stunting. So good guys. You all right over there? No,
My allergies are going insane. I put myself on mute because I'm sneezing.
All right, well, we're gonna get out of here because I don't feel like listening to you. And I can't look at you either. So.
All right.
Oh my god, I can't even talk to you with this shit. All right, end it right now. Go follow us on Instagram, the RideLife Podcast on Instagram, YouTube, and we will see you next Tuesday. Got it.